Hey guys, so I ran after the trend train and filmed one of these I tried following someone's makeup tutorial videos for you. And of course I had to follow a Glam&Gore makeup tutorial because as I found Mikey's channel I knew what I wanted to do on YouTube, so it just makes sense to follow one of her tutorials. And because meanwhile I'm more into body painting, I recreated her Alex Pardee recreation. Please ignore my ugly ass skin and my hair that screams for dye. Thanks. Okay, cause I have eyebrows, I covered them with a few layers of glue stick and powder. In between the layers I smoothed out the edges with some water on my fingertip, then I went over it with some peachy cream color, another layer of glue and powder, and last but not least concealer. I went over my hairline with some petroleum jelly and then put on my bald cap because I don't have a green wig. Finally, I carefully applied some latex onto the edges of the bald cap and behind them to create a smoother transition.
The first step should be obvious to everyone as it's essential to the entire look. Draw a mustache.
Okay, so let's do that. I never felt that beautiful before.
Step 2 is to do the general outline of the face. The details really don't matter, but what is important is trying to figure out the spatial arrangement to fit two creature things' facial features over one set of your own.
Damn, that's really hard to see. It's really hard for me to see what she's actually painting, so I will open a picture of the finished look for the outlines. That's probably cheating. I'm sorry. So even though I opened a picture of the finished look, I made some mistakes. The nostrils are too big and the teeth point into the wrong direction and are too small. But let's just pretend that I willingly added these personal touches to the look.
Once the rough outline was done, I knew that spatially I could make this work. I started to fill in big chunks of the main colors.
I feel like I'm cheating the whole time, but I mean, I can try that, but it won't work. So I will use this one. I feel bad. I probably would have painted the teeth first, so I could clean up the lines with the blue later on, but can't do that. Have to try following the tutorial as good as I can. And I don't know how people talk while doing makeup, especially around the mouth area. I have no idea. I mean, I'm doing it right now, but it's really hard. So for the green I will use a thicker brush and try to... no. Okay, that was too much water. What am I doing? I feel like my eyes are too big, but if I paint over the red with the green, it's probably gonna ruin it. But I will try it anyways.
You should add some splashes of uneven color once you get the basic main colors down. Alex's style is my favorite partly because I love how he uses watercolors to get different opacities of the same shade.
I feel really uncomfortable doing this. Yeah, here I tried to add a few different shades, but I kind of failed. In real life it looked a little bit better, but in the camera it's just blue.
Two hours later.
For the teeth, you want to start by filling in both sets with a solid white base. But there is a distinct difference between the two. The inside monster's teeth are less white. So we gotta make it seem like he hasn't brushed in a while. Now begin the very long and tedious process of adding your dark outline. Alex Party's style is defined by these dark outlines, and they really make his creations pop.
While doing the outlines, I again made some mistakes. Not just that Mikey's monster is a pretty exact recreation of Alex's art and mine isn't, I added a few lines that just make absolutely no sense at all. I also forgot to create a thicker chin line, and that makes me look kinda stupid, but okay, that's just how it is.
I got tired of line detailing, so I moved on to some shading on the face before continuing with the black lines on the neck and chest. To give some shading and dimension to the eyes, I first used a matte black eyeshadow on a fluffy brush to soften the inside edges, and a matte red eyeshadow to blend and set the entire eye. Then I used white and bright orange water activated paints to start laying down the reflections seen in each eye. Build up on this with thinner color in a bigger area, and then a more opaque color on top in a smaller area, similar to how you might blend out a glam beauty look. For the rest of the shading and highlighting, I just tried to follow Alex's art for reference on where areas were darker than the base green or blue, and then where they were lighter than the base green or blue. The same can be applied for everything on the chest and neck too. The only key things to note there are that the wrinkles on the blue creature thing are thicker and farther apart than the green, and the shadow under the green creature thing's skin is especially prominent to create the illusion of separation between the two. All the lines and shading takes forever, but when it's done, this look is super fun.
Yeah, that was it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, check out the full tutorial on Mikey's channel, and see you in the next video. Bye!